Good morning, Rianet, and thank you for having me on your show. I'm so excited about the Insurance Apprentice, and I'm really looking forward to what the program holds. Rianet, if you don't mind obliging me, I'd like to tell you a story. I'm actually a newbie at Old Mutual Insure. I joined on the 1st of July last year after a 14-year stint at a bank before
Wow.
I decided to move during COVID. And one of the reasons I opted to join Old Mutual was because of its brand. It's 176-year-old. It has a firm and outstanding reputation as well as legacy in the South African diaspora. And as a matter of interesting fact that I'd like to share is that with my first paycheck as a grad, my dad made me buy an Old Mutual policy. So with my first paycheck, which was really such a small paycheck, and insurance at the time was such a grudge purchase, I took out my first green light savings and health protection plan. So Old Mutual is definitely a brand that I wanted to be associated with. It's certainly a brand that lives through in my family. And I'm sure because of its stability and its association in the market with all things amazing, it is the ample stomping ground for new people to join us and to grow in their careers. Rianet, that's actually a brilliant question. I mean, our culture has seen us deviate from moving to a hybrid workforce, which we're trying to solution for at the moment. But three things that we measure ourselves on during this period was how our employees are feeling whilst they are working from home, noting that we had to take on many roles, which is homeschooling with our kids, working and ensuring that we work with our spouses in the same space. We've got to cook 3 meals plus 100 snacks in between. So psychological safety was a huge thing that we needed to be wary of during this time and going forward as well. We know that mental illness is on the rise because of the pandemic. It was obviously very big before the pandemic, but on the rise as we move forth. And our culture is actually being re-engineered through this hybrid workforce that we are trying to introduce. So making sure that our employees remain at the heart of everything that we do, because ultimately how they feel and how they behave will impact our customers and our communities. So we are going through a process of re-evaluating what that culture is, but where we stand steadfast is that we will not renege on our values. Our values are the foundation of everything we do, that is linked into behaviors, and therefore behaviors lead into shaping the culture that we want to see in Old Mutual Insure. Rianet, that is a question that's close to my heart. It's something that I have been preaching about since the 1st of July 2020, since I've gotten here. It is so important and imperative that we continuously upskill and reskill ourselves. Gone are the days where we thought a degree or a diploma or even a matric certificate is going to stand you through to retirement age. It's what our parents did and what their parents did, but no longer. Absolutely have to be able to pivot our careers continuously. You got to actually think about 2 or 3 careers at the same time. I take myself as a case in point. I'm a lawyer by qualification. I'm an HR practitioner by day.
Wow.
I've studied digital business. I've studied a plethora of things to ensure that I remain relevant and up to scratch with the world at large. So what we have done is we've introduced an online learning platform in Old Mutual Insure, and that is called Udemy. And what Udemy aims to do is to give access to every single employee in Old Mutual Insure the access to a library of over 5,000 courses, which is
Wow.
not necessarily insurance related. So you could do things from photography to coding to learning to sell insurance, sales, etc., at your own time, in your own place, on any device. And that has been sponsored by us. In addition, you asked me about leadership development. We are taking our leaders through a journey of change management and how do we manage change, and moving away from being micromanagers to being more coaches and mentors, because you're not going to see your employees every day. And Rianet, with different generations in the workplace, from your baby boomers to your millennials that are in there, you've got to have tailor-made solutions for each of those generations, because no longer do we manage workforces in the way we were managed previously. So it's been very interesting. And I have to say that learning doesn't come naturally to everyone if it's not in a classroom. So making the shift from classroom to virtual has been a challenge, but the uptake has been amazing in Old Mutual Insure. Rianet, thanks for that question. I mean, naturally, it's not the first inclination for when a matriculant thinks about a career to think about insurance, but neither is it a first inclination to think about banking or telephony. But yet many careers have grown through these institutions that actually specialize in things like insurance and banking. It's when an individual who starts at graduate level in Old Mutual Insure, it's where we breed and instill in them, from a leadership perspective first, from a cultural perspective as well, whether that person stays in the business. In addition to that, we need to ensure that we upskill people so that they become the best insurance consultants, brokers, etc., entrepreneurs, if they have to be, in the organization. Because ultimately, the new breed of consultants coming into any organization has to speak to the demographic of South Africa. And we know that previously we have not amply solutioned for that. And right now we are really focused at ensuring that our new generation is going to bring in with them the energy and the zest for insurance. But we have to inculcate digitization, automation, AI, all of that technology that speaks to that new generation. So yes, we can make it exciting. And I'm definitely here for almost a year, and I can see the amazing changes that we are making. Rianet, linked to my previous answer, it is important that our new breed of insurance brokers, consultants, sales advisors, etc., represent the demographic of our country. And I had a look at our Old Mutual Insure contestants, and they're exactly that. They are energetic, they are diverse, they have full of spunk in them. And it's so important that from these youngsters that are taking part in this competition, we inculcate this culture of competition. Anxiety is good when there's good nerves involved, and making sure that they get the opportunity to put forth themselves and inspire this new breed that we're trying to grow in every corporate in the country at the moment. We don't want to lose our skills to international trades or companies, etc. We want to keep them inbound and in-house. But in order to do that, we have to grow and develop them. And this is a platform, the perfect platform, to give them an opportunity to showcase themselves, to put their best foot forward, and just really to establish a name and a brand for themselves. So thank you, Rianet, for all that you are doing. Hey everyone, it's so awesome to have you all on the Insurance Apprentice. I've heard such great things about the show, but more importantly, I've heard amazing things about you from each of your leaders and some of my HR colleagues. And I'm really looking forward to watching every show and making sure that you get as far as possible. Remember that competition is good. It's good to keep you on your toes and make sure that you are striving for something that's better. My philosophy is that you have to continuously raise the bar, and I believe the Insurance Apprentice does that for us as well as our industry. So go forth and conquer. The world truly is your oyster, and you are still young in the game, and you've got so much to strive for, and we're behind you all the way. So never feel like you're alone. If you need any support, you're welcome to knock on my door or any of the Exco's door, and we'll be there to help you. And good luck. Thank you, Rianet, and thank you for the opportunity. I mean, this has been amazing and such a wonderful platform to grow our young talent. So yes, definitely looking forward to connecting. And I'm at the office every day. If you want to pop in, happy to meet for coffee as well, just to talk about the amazing things that we are doing.